Those with Ability First will tell you they try their best to look beyond one's disabilities and focus more on their capabilities.
And they do service children and adults with special needs in the heart of Pasadena. So with us now, we have Lori Gangemi, which is the CEO of AbilityFirst.
Thank you for being here, Lori.
Good morning.
When was you're the CEO for the company,
Correct.
And it's a nonprofit, correct?
Exactly.
When was the organization first established?
We're actually celebrating 90 years this year. So we were founded in 1926.
Wow.
We had a different name back then. We were called the Crippled Children's Society, so things have really changed. Changed the name to Ability First, as you said, to reflect our philosophy of focusing on one's ability rather than the disability.
And those skills, to be exact, if you could elaborate on that.
Sure. So the skills that we work with the individuals for in our programs is we help them build social connections, for one thing. So, for example, people with autism, sometimes that doesn't come as easily as it might for other individuals. So in our after-school program, we work on a lot of socialization where they learn how to get along with other kids and give eye contact to people and all those things that will help them get a job later in life and be very meaningful part of our society and have all the great opportunities that the rest of us have.
And you said after-school program.
Yes, so we have after-school programs. We have a very large one in Pasadena. We're also in Long Beach and Claremont and Inglewood and Glendale. We're throughout Southern California. And then for adults, we have job training programs that help them learn the skills that it takes to be successful in employment.
I was just going to ask, what are the ages of?
All ages, so starting at school age as young as 5, and we have seniors. We also have a summer camp for children and adults, and we have people in their 70s that come to summer camp that have been coming there for many years. It's their vacation. It's adapted recreation where they can come and do all your typical camping experience and be with their peers. And the other great part about that program is it gives the families, the caregivers, the break that they really need, because it's very, can be very tiring caring for an individual with a disability. And if they get that break, it helps them refresh and recharge as well. So we really focus on the benefit for the whole family.
And what is your enrollment like at the moment?
So we serve about 2,000 children and adults and their families throughout Southern California. So it's a growing need. Autism is on the increase, and of course there's still people with Down syndrome and cerebral palsy and other developmental disabilities. So we keep really, really busy.
Now,
Go ahead.
Now, would you say, you just said is on the increase.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you say, is it because of more awareness that there is for autism and the way that they are diagnosing
The diagnosis, I think that's part of it, but I don't think that's the whole picture, and they're still not quite sure exactly what all the causes are. So we just know that there's more young children. Usually children are diagnosed when they're 2 or 3. And there's a lot of young adults coming out of high school right now with autism, and we're trying to help the workforce get ready for those individuals because they can be really great employees, and we just have to find the right fit for them.
And we're talking a lot about autism, but what other disabilities?
Cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, and just developmental delay, which is kind of a broad name for a lot of different types of disabilities that may be cognitive in nature.
And how long do people usually stick around? Is it for, however long they need the services?
Exactly.
For?
I mean, our goal, of course, is that they would get to the point where they no longer need our services. And for some people that does happen. Unfortunately, not as often as we would like. So, but we're there. These are lifelong disabilities. You don't outgrow autism or cerebral palsy or Down syndrome. So they'll need support, most of them, for the rest of their life. And that's what AbilityFirst is here for.
Now, does your organization, AbilityFirst, accept volunteers? And if so, how does that work? Like
Absolutely, absolutely. So we are gearing up for our summer camp up in Crestline. We have need for volunteers up there. We have need for volunteers in our after-school program. We have, just general office volunteer needs. So we do rely a lot on support from the community. In addition to volunteer time, of course, our fundraising efforts are very important as well, because we do receive some money from the state of California, but those dollars are shrinking.
Yes.
So we do try to partner a lot with the community in a variety of ways for support.
Or even interns, in the office.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we need people to help with social media and marketing and all other kinds of office type work, you might say.
And is there a specific website that we could go on to and get this information, or even sign up for volunteers?
Yes.
Parents that need
Absolutely, it's all there at AbilityFirst. That's all one word, AbilityFirst.org. And just as you said, they can find out information about the programs if they're in need of the services, or to volunteer or get involved in some other way.
Is there any fundraiser that's coming up that we could tell people
Well,
about?
in Pasadena, our big fundraising event is in the fall, in October. It's a tasting event called the Festival of Fall, so that's probably our next large fundraiser. And then our big walk is in the spring, the AbilityFirst Stroll and Roll.
Tasting like food.
Yes. Yes.
Food will reel people in, and they'll
Exactly.
they'll definitely
Yeah.
wanna
Yeah,
join
it's a
in,
really,
volunteer.
really fun event. Yeah.
Tell us one more time how we can get a hold of you, or for anybody that may want to volunteer, intern. Join the
Sure.
walk,
Yeah, the
or-
best way is the website, abilityfirst.org. So that would be the best. All the information is there, and they can contact us, and we'd love to hear from them.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Coming up, he is the current board member of the San Gabriel Commerce. Alexis Salamanca joins us next.
Yeah, and he has a business of his own that involves web development and apps. So up with us next.